Hey guys, and welcome to my June book haul. So in June I bought a lot of books again. I mean, what else is new? I especially bought some books for during the summer vacation because of course summer vacation has now finally started for me. And I always read a lot during the summer and I'm planning on reading a lot this summer. So I got way too excited and I bought, as I said, a lot of books again. But anyway, you probably know the drill by now. So let's just get started with this video and then I'm going to show you all the books that I bought in the month of June. The first book that I got was a new release that I was very much anticipating. And that is A Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir. This is the third book in the Ember in the Ashes series, which is this amazing fantasy series that is sort of Roman inspired. It's one of my all-time favorite young adult series. I love it very much. And I had been waiting for 2 years for this book to be released, and now this month I could finally buy it. I've actually already read it and it was everything I wanted it to be. I loved it just as much as I loved the first two books, but I will talk a lot more about that in my June reading wrap up. I also got the UK edition because I love this cover so much more than the US cover. I mean, I love the design and like the color and it's just so pretty. I am kind of sad that it does not match my covers of the first two books, but still it's very pretty, it's very good, and I'm so happy that I finally have this book in my possession. Then next I got a book that I already have like 8 copies of, but somehow I needed another one because yeah, I got a copy of the French edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Why did I need this book in French? I don't know, but I just wanted it. It is so incredibly pretty. It's very floppy, very shiny, but it has like the artwork of like the Pottermore artwork on the cover. And this one is actually called Harry Potter à l'École des Sorcières, but that does not mean Philosopher's Stone. L'École des Sorcières means School for Wizards. So it has a little bit of a different title. But yeah, I bought Harry Potter in French because apart from English and of course Dutch, French is the only language that I can read like a little bit. I had 6 years of French at high school and at some point I was actually pretty good at reading French, but I haven't done anything with that. I haven't read anything in French for like 4 years since I left high school. So I thought it would be fun to buy Harry Potter in French since I know a little bit of the language, and also because I know Harry Potter so well. I thought it would be like the perfect book to reread in French and maybe help me to learn the language a little bit more again. But also I just collect Harry Potter books and I want them in all shapes and sizes and languages apparently. So yeah, I own Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in 3 languages now and I have absolutely no regrets. I'm so happy that I got another Harry Potter book. Then also in June I went to Amsterdam for a day, for like a day of shopping with my sister. And of course I had to go to Waterstones Amsterdam because I cannot go to Amsterdam without going to Waterstones. I actually vlogged a little bit of it in like a recent reading vlog, so I will leave like a link to that down below in the description box. But anyway, I bought 2 books when I was at Waterstones. The first one is The Astonishing Color of After by Emily XR Penn. This is a book about a girl who loses her mother because she commits suicide. And then she goes on this like self-discovery, and I believe she also believes that her mother is this sort of bird. I don't know, I just know that this story is very emotional and that it's supposed to be very good. This book has also come out recently and I've been hearing nothing but very positive reviews about it. And I do love reading books about serious topics and I do love reading books about mental health issues. So yeah, I saw this and I just had to take it with me because I'm really curious to see what I'm going to think of this story. Also, this book is a lot bigger than I had expected. It's actually quite massive. I thought it would be like a short contemporary, but it really isn't. And I'm actually planning to read this very soon. And yeah, The Astonishing Color of After, my expectations are really high. Then next I have Eve of Men by Giovanna and Tom Fletcher. They are married and they wrote a book together. Giovanna and Tom are also both YouTubers and that's how I know them. I follow them on YouTube. And of course Tom Fletcher is also part of the UK band McFly. He's probably way more famous for that, but I only know him from like YouTube because he's the older brother of Carrie Hope Fletcher, which is one of my all-time favorite YouTubers. But anyway, I knew that they had co-written a book together called Eve of Men, and it's about this world where there haven't been born any girls in like 50 years or so. And then this girl Eve is born and I believe that's where the story starts. Don't know much about it apart from that, but I do know that it's sort of like young adult dystopian like. Also this cover is stunning because it has like this beautiful cover, but then the naked cover looks like this, like very white with like this pattern, so that's very pretty as well. This is another book that I want to read really soon. I really hope that this book will live up to my expectations. In any case, it sounds very interesting. And yeah, as I said, I really hope to pick it up very soon. Then the next book that I bought this month is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. This is a contemporary about a Chinese American girl named Rachel. She goes to Singapore to meet her boyfriend's family. But it turns out that her boyfriend's family is like the richest family ever. So she's thrown into this whole new rich world. And I believe it's sort of like a funny contemporary. I got this because there's a movie coming out very soon and I thought the trailer looked very interesting, so I was very motivated to pick up the book, and that's exactly what I did. I think this book sounds like something that is just perfect to read during the summer, and I always love fun contemporaries like this. I basically got this as a summer read. It will probably go with me on a summer vacation like in August. Also, it's like a really floppy paperback and I love those so much. But yeah, Crazy Rich Asians. I want to read this again during the summer and then hopefully I can see the movie as well. The next book that I have is Challenger Deep by Neil Shusterman. This is a book that is about this boy who goes on this like ship and then it goes to like Challenger Deep, which is like the deepest point of the ocean. And I also believe it deals with his mental health issues. That's all I know about it, but like Neil Shusterman is the author of Sight, a book that has very positive reviews but that I still haven't read yet. But yeah, I still bought this other book of his because it sounded again so interesting, and this one also has some very positive reviews. And I do love books about difficult topics and mental health issues, as I said. And yeah, this book just seems like something completely different and quite unique. I really don't know what I'm getting into with this book, but I hope that it's something good. Then the next book that I bought this month is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. This is sort of a retelling of The Little Mermaid, and I also believe it's the first book in a young adult series, but I don't know for sure. But I mean, a lot of books are like first books of a YA series these days, but like correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, this is about this mermaid princess who has to like kill this human prince. So yeah, it's very much like a darker retelling of The Little Mermaid. So that's why I wanted to pick it up, because I really do love fairy tale retellings. And I believe this is also a relatively new release and the reviews again were quite positive. I feel like with this book it's really going to be a hit or miss for me. I will either really love it or really not. Also here on the cover it says perfect for fans of Leigh Bardugo and Sarah J Maas, which is sort of confusing for me because I really don't like Sarah J Maas, but I like adore Leigh Bardugo. So which one is it? Because to me they're like very different authors, but anyway. So yeah, I hope I will love it. Maybe I will not, but I do love like a good YA fairy tale retelling every once in a while. And yeah, hopefully it will be at least enjoyable. And then next I have another very popular book, and it is the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is a historical fiction novel about this, I believe, actress called Evelyn Hugo. And I believe she's telling her life's story to this journalist, and that's like how the book is framed. But anyway, I got this book because it has been so popular and everyone is loving it, and I haven't seen a single negative review about it so far. And when a book is very popular like that, I'm always getting very curious because I want to see what all the hype is about. So that's why I bought it. And also again, this is another floppy paperback, like all these books are floppy paperbacks. Historical fiction. I believe it takes place in like the 20th century, like earlier in the 20th century. And yeah, as I said, I really want to know what all the buzz is about, and I really hope I will love it as much as everyone else seems to do. And again, it just sounds very interesting. It's like the same with all of these books actually. But yeah, I'll have to read it to find out what I'm really going to think of it. Then next I have Winter Girls by Laurie Halse Anderson. This is, surprise, another mental health book. And it's about 2 girls who suffer from eating disorders. And again, that's all I know about it, but I am really getting into books about mental health, as I said, and also about eating disorders. I find them very interesting to read, and those stories always really grab me somehow. And this is another mental health eating disorder book that really got my attention. So I want to read it and see what I'm going to think of it. And yeah, I do read a lot more contemporaries during the summer because they're just much more quicker and I just feel more summer-like somehow, even though this book is ironically called Winter Girls. But yeah, another mental health book to add to my TBR, and another one that I will hopefully enjoy and love very much. And then for the final book in this book haul, I have the Alice Network by Kate Quinn. This is another historical fiction novel and it takes place during World War II in France, and it's also about the resistance. So the premise of this book like reminded me very much of The Nightingale. And as you might know, I'm obsessed with The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. It's one of my all-time favorite books at the moment. So everything that sounds a little bit like it, I just want to read. Because I need more. I need more books and more stories like that. And my expectations for the Alice Network are really high. Although now that I'm looking at it, I believe it does not only takes place in France, it also is like in other places, and I believe the First World War is also involved. But anyway, it still sounds amazing. Love these types of books. Really, really hope this is another very good one because I need my historical fiction. I love it very much. I need it in my life at all times. So this was it for my June book haul. Again, I got like around 10 books or so. So again, quite a lot. But yeah, it is for during the summer. I'm going to read a lot during the summer. But now I do need to find some space on my bookshelves because they are getting full. So yeah, that might be a problem. But this was it for this video. And if you like this video, please go subscribe or give it a thumbs up because I would really appreciate that. I will leave links to my social media all down below in the description box as always. And then hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Bye!